What is up, my brethren? I am Jarvis Black. Thank you for coming back. I'm a hip-hop artist, rhymerist now. My rhymes are so dope, they give your mama hope. No. Mm-mm. First, I want to address two things. Last video I made, I was just over 500 subscribers. Now I'm well into the 600s, and I just want to say, holy shit, you guys, thank you so much for subscribing to my channel. The fact that anybody is watching my videos or wants to watch my videos and subscribing to my channel, honestly, blows my goddamn mind. And I appreciate every single one of you. So thank you so much. I can't express enough how much it means to me. 600 subscribers might not seem like a lot to most people, but that's a lot to me. And from the bottom of my heart, thank you. The second thing is the name change to my channel from Jarvis Black to Heckle TV. I wanted to brand it as something a little bit different than just my name. When I started this channel, and I actually started with gaming videos. He's gonna celebrate here. Second fumble. Yeah, good job. Yeah, double fisted. Yeah, nod my head because I just got my second fumble because I'm awesome. Celebrate those fumbles. Am I right, ladies? I just separated out. I created a new channel called Heckle TV and Heckle VG for video games just to differentiate those two. So that's how we are where we are. That being said, if you have questions, post them in the comments and I'll be happy to answer them. I didn't want to drone on too long because I feel like it's not that interesting and most people aren't really going to care why a channel is named certain things. But if that's something you really want to know, I could go into depth and make a video about that if you wanted to, or just post it in the comments and I'll be happy to answer your questions and whatnot.
I don't care at all, not even a tiny bit.
All the other stuff aside, let's jump into today's topic, what this video is actually going to be about, which is 5 adults that pretended to be children. And I was really interested in this topic because some people had posted comments on some of the Natalia Barnett videos about other people who had posed as children when they were actually adults. And so I did some research and I pulled 5 interesting ones. There's actually a ton more. There's a lot of weirdos and a lot of creepy people who have nefarious motives for doing certain things. Some of them had malicious intent, while others weren't necessarily trying to inflict harm. So the people that we're going to talk about today have an interesting balance of both, I think. All right, so the first one is a super creepy dude named Neil Haven's Rodreick, a 29-year-old man who posed at several Arizona schools as a 12-year-old named Casey Price. He shaved off his body hair, dressed as a child, enrolled in multiple schools. He was living with 2 older men pretending to be his grandpa and his uncle that he had met online that actually thought he was a 12-year-old, and he was actually duping them. So these guys were nefarious, disgusting people as well. One of the school's spokespersons said that the guy looked totally age appropriate. And I don't know if that had to do with the shaving or if he just had a baby face, if he was just a young looking person in general. I mean, he must have been. He was finally caught when one of the schools thought that he was probably 16 rather than 12, not even close to his real age, and they questioned his paperwork. He was convicted and sentenced to 70 years in prison. Creepy. Number 2 is a woman named Charity Johnson, who was a 34-year-old who posed as a high school sophomore for nearly an entire year between 2013 and 2014. She enrolled at New Life Christian High School in Longview, Texas in October of 2013 and led people to believe she was a teenager for 7 months. She was arrested in June of 2014. She said that her family had abandoned her and she was just looking for love. This one creeps me out as well. I don't know a lot of 34-year-olds that like live with their family still. I mean, yeah, I've seen Step Brothers, but
I'm not gonna call him Dad.
Brennan, you're 39 years old. I would not expect you to call him Dad.
At some point, you gotta be on your own, get a job. It wasn't like she was 19. It's just weird. I'm just a normal person like any other normal person, trying to pursue her education, get her education, and make it through life and be a better person, she said.
That was a lie.
Dude, then get your GED. Go to community college. Don't pose as a high school student. Weird. Number 3 is Guerdwich Montimere. Guerdwich Guerdwich Montimere, Guerdwich. Very regal, sophisticating sounding name. 22-year-old who posed as a Haitian orphan in order to play basketball in Texas under the name Jerry Joseph in 2009. He was actually taken in by the school's head basketball coach, and the coach let him live with him. He was caught because his previous coaches recognized him at a tournament in Arkansas and launched an investigation. He faced up to 20 years in prison, but ultimately only was sentenced to 2 because in addition to falsifying documents, he was also charged with having sex with a 15-year-old. The girl thought he was 16 when he was actually 22. He was released from prison in 2013. Number 4 is Sidney Bouvier Gilstrap-Portley. I think I said that. Sidney Bouvier Gilstrap-Portley. Sidney posed as a 17-year-old Hurricane Harvey refugee in order to play basketball at Hillcrest High School in Dallas, Texas in 2017 and 2018. In reality, he was a 25-year-old man who had graduated high school in 2011. A coach from his original high school recognized him at a tournament in May of 2018. Seems to be a trend here. If you're posing as a high school student to play basketball, don't go to a tournament. He pled guilty and received 6 months probation for indecency with a child and record tampering.
What is wrong with you?
There seems to be a number of people with Uncle Rico syndrome or something. They just want to keep reliving their high school glory days because the last one, number 5, Taylor Markeith Smith. Between the ages of 19 and 22, he tried to pretend to be a 16-year-old at 13 different Texas high schools so that he could play football, and he used multiple aliases. Some schools let him in and let him practice with the team, while others did not. Sometimes he would bring someone posing as a district caseworker with him, claiming that his parents were dead. According to reports from 2011, was the most recent that I could find, the police didn't investigate him as a crime. Clearly, I think he maybe was trying to find a good fit, or maybe people suspected him at each of the different stages or each of the different schools. That's why he decided to move on to the next one. I don't know. He definitely wanted to play high school football really bad. He didn't actually face any charges for what he did, so I don't know in detail what was so different from what he did versus what other people did. I don't know, but it's still weird and it's still creepy. Anytime an adult is trying to enroll in a school with teenagers, I think it's weird. And yeah, including like the movie Never Been Kissed, where the reporter pretends to be a teenager and goes back to school. Like, I mean, I like Drew Barrymore and whatnot, but why would you want to go to school with teenagers when you're an adult? Now, 21 Jump Street was pretty funny. Jonah Hill and the Magic Mike dude, can't remember his name, the dancing guy. But it's weird. It's weird for adults to like just to want to go back to school, hang out with teenagers, to like want to like party with them as it takes place in some of these movies. And that is just weird. So that is my list of weirdo, creepy adults who wanted to pose as teenagers and go back to school. If you liked the video, make sure you hit that like button. If you're new here and you want to see more of this type of content, please subscribe, hit the bell for notifications. And as always, stay classy, San Diego. Appreciate you.